Sometimes loving yourself, being kind to yourself, includes not putting too much on your plate. Lately, I've just been trying to share myself or be more transparent with myself and my mental health with you guys, and basically come on here and be honest. Like sometimes, I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes being productive and the thought of not even not completing my task in real life, just the thought of not completing the things I want to get done make me just like super anxious, and that anxiety kind of like leads me to this rut, and that rut kind of leads me into this weird sad like depression kind of state where I'm just upset with myself or anxious with myself for not completing the task that I wanted to get done, or just not being productive in general. And that feeling, I don't know what to name that feeling, but that feeling alone makes me like, it's just like a cycle like that. Getting that feeling makes me not productive. Being not productive makes me sad or anxious, and that sadness or anxiety leads me to not be productive again, and me not being productive leads me to feel bad, and it's just like a continuous cycle. And being nice to yourself is so just not easy sometimes, to just like be kind to yourself. Like sometimes I'll just wake up and the first thing I do is beat myself up for the to-do list I've already planned in my head, and I'm already like doubting myself and my abilities to get those things done, and I'm just already filling my mind up with negative thoughts and just not being kind to myself. I've been trying lately to learn how to at least just be patient with myself and take it easy on myself. If you've seen in my last videos, I've really talked about really being patient and really trying to take some time alone so I can learn to be kind to myself, because I remember sometimes that the way you treat yourself is sometimes the way you treat other people, and you might not even realize that you're treating yourself bad. So you might not even realize that you're treating the people close to you or your loved ones not as well as you would like to. So I just wanted to take time out today to tell you guys that it's okay to be kind to yourself. Oftentimes I forget that like you're gonna go through times where you want to be productive and everything you want to do, productivity, productivity, productivity. But sometimes you have to remember that productivity means that you set aside time to also take care of yourself. Another thing that can really help is being grateful. Being grateful for the little things, like taking time out of your day to say, hey, like I woke up before my alarm clock. I got out of bed when I said I was gonna get out of bed. I spent less time on my phone today. I did a skincare routine. Whatever it is, be grateful for it. Give yourself a pat on the back, because sometimes we like to dwell on the negatives in our life, what we didn't do, what we didn't accomplish, and we never focus on the things we did accomplish because we think they're bad. We don't think they are significant, and we just need to like, we got this. Like, we need to give ourselves credit when it's due. You still made someone smile today. You were able, like, you need to give yourself props for what you are doing, because you deserve it. And I know it's really, really hard to be grateful and to like be nice to yourself, and it's so crazy to say that, but you need to do it. You need to learn how to do it. I'm not the best at it. I'm learning. We're gonna do it together, but just be nice to yourself. Be like, you woke up today, you did your hair, like congrats, because there are people who didn't have the strength to get out of bed today. So always give yourself credit when it's due, even if you don't feel like it's due. And that is something I'm learning as I'm going on. Sometimes people forget what self-love and self-care really is. Really loving yourself is saying that I don't need to be productive 100% of the time. I don't need to get a million things off of my to-do list and cross everything off that I need to get done all at once. Like, that is not a requirement. We as humans under capitalism have taught ourselves that we need to work 9 to 5. After we get those things done, after a long 8-hour workday, we are only allowed to relax after working for 8 hours, and that's not true. And lately what I've been trying to do is just be kind to myself, taking time to realize like where my emotions are coming from, taking time to be patient with myself and just being nicer to myself. The words I use, the thoughts I have, the amount of things I put in my plate. Like, there are days where I will only get 2 things done or 3 things done on my to-do list, and I will beat myself up for it. And I find that it causes a cycle of me feeling bad, beating myself up about it, and because I beat myself up about it, I feel bad that I beat myself up about it. So it just leaves me in like this negative state where I never needed to be if I had just taken a second to just be nice to myself and been like, instead of being like, you didn't get everything done, you were being so lazy today, you could have done this different, I will take a step back and think, hey, all right, I didn't get everything done, but I did get to do this. And even though I didn't get these things done, I was able to take a break. I was able to relax. I was able to make myself feel better. So although I didn't get the things I wanted on my to-do list done, I still did something nice for myself. And just the language alone that I use in my mental while speaking to myself makes all the difference in the world. Like, just how you talk to yourself. Like, there are some days where I will be so mean to myself, like my inner thoughts, like I'll catch myself and I'll laugh like, oh my gosh, why were you talking to yourself like that? Like, I will use words like, I'm dumb, I'm not smart, I'm not motivated, this isn't cut out for me. Especially like with YouTube, for me specifically, like, I have goals and I want to reach those goals, and sometimes when you're taking a different avenue that isn't your average, going to school, going to get your degree, going to trade school, or doing your average 9 to 5, trying something out of your comfort zone, trying to be creative can really be hard, and you can really like get out of the zone of like being nice to yourself. Because my whole life I've been taught to finish tasks for school, finish tasks for teachers, finish tasks for faculty members, finish tasks for professors, finish tasks for my boss, for my managers, for my hiring, whoever it is. I'm just used to catering to other people and making sure I get things done for other people and not for myself. So sometimes when I am thinking to myself, I need to remember to be kind to myself. I need to remember to be nice to myself. One thing that's been helping me is while I journal. When I journal, I just like try to my best to say nice things to myself, set intentions for my day. If I don't meet those intentions for the day, I'm not going to be mad at myself. I'm just going to see where I went wrong, what can I do different. And if I when I journal, I notice that like I can speak to myself and actually like get to know myself a bit better, and it causes me to like say nicer things to myself while I'm journaling, rather than just thinking them in my head and getting negative in my head and not realizing what I'm saying. Because when I'm journaling, I'm not going to say the mean things I say to myself in my head. So while I journal, I get to say positive things to myself, and I get to force myself to say positive things to myself, rather than keeping it in my head and not like subconsciously just like not realizing the things that I'm saying. Like, I just go through these emotions or like these periods of time where I'll just open my eyes. The first thing I think of is I have a million things on my plate, and just the thought of the a million things, I'll just have like this quick imposter syndrome where I'm like, you don't deserve this, you aren't like capable of doing these things, so like you shouldn't even do it. And like the procrastination starts to set in, and it's just a full-on cycle. And I know that like it always, when I'm in the like feeling of it, or when I'm in it, it feels like it's just me. I'm like, I'm the only person in the world who goes through stuff like this. I'm the only person who feels like this and is beating themselves up. I'm the only person who talks to themselves like this. And I'm finding that talking to you guys and expressing myself and being more transparent has really helped me, because I know that other people are going through the same exact things as me. So easy to get confused when we're on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and all we see is self-love, self-care, and all we see is people putting on a face mask or like doing skincare. Self-love and self-care is so much deeper than that. It's about how you treat yourself. It's about the shadow work you do for yourself. It's about realizing why certain things make me feel a certain way, and why I react a certain way when I feel a certain emotion. There's so many things that go into things like that, and people just forget. So it's a work in progress every day. Every day you're not gonna be amazing at it. You're gonna have highs and you're gonna have lows, but it's nice to take some time to just sit back, journal it out. If you're like me, then you love to-do lists, you love planners, you love to get things done, you love to be productive. Being productive puts like the biggest smile on my face, and what I've been noticing is that when I'm not productive and I want to be productive, I will load so many things onto my to-do list, onto my planners, onto the things I need to get done. And that in itself is a form of self-sabotage. Like, because like I'm not being nice to myself, I kind of punish myself and be like, okay, you didn't get anything done today. You're gonna do a million things tomorrow because you need to catch up on some made up timeline and calendar that I have in my head. And that's not like, I just need to realize that I'm human. I'm allowed to be tired in the morning. I'm allowed to want to take an extra 15 minutes. I'm allowed to take a shorter time in the gym. I'm allowed to not go as hard. I'm allowed to take a break, realize what emotions you're going through, and just taking some time to realize, okay, I am not a work machine. I do not live to be productive every day. I do not live to get things done. Yeah, I want to get these things done, but if I don't get these things done, that does not mean I need to be mean to myself. That does not mean I need to be angry with myself for not getting those things done, because then that just transcends through other factors in my life. It transcends into the way I treat myself, the way I treat my friends, the way I treat my family, the way I view the world, my perspective. I'm not happy, and that will just like not make things get any better. So I hope that made sense. If it did, if you're understanding what I'm saying, or you feel the same way I'm feeling, or understand where I'm coming from, let me know in the comments below. I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but I will go through periods of time where I'm like let's say I go out for the weekend and Friday night I have a good time, Saturday night I have a good time, and let's say maybe even Sunday night I go out, and then Monday comes, and Sundays are usually my stay-in days where I recharge and stuff. Let's say Monday comes and I'm just so groggy from the day before, I don't get as much things done. I will beat myself up for like my body not allowing me to do those things, and I'm like, girl, your body is telling you to rest. You need to rest. Be nice to yourself. Come on. If your body's tired, you don't feel like getting up to go to the gym, your body is sore, like physically in pain, why are you telling yourself negative thoughts like, this is why you're not losing weight, or this is why you look like this, or just giving into my insecurities about myself, whether it be a fitness goal, a productivity goal, a relationship goal, whatever it is, the goal it is, I will just self-sabotage myself and say mean things to myself when I need to be kind. And what I've been reading and trying to like learn lately is our thought processes are sometimes caused by unhealed trauma, or trauma that we haven't realized that we have yet. Self-care, yeah, it's about taking care of your skin, taking care of your physical body, but people forget that self-love and self-care also include taking care of your mental. What's going on in here? Do I have childhood trauma that I haven't uncovered? Do I have things about me that I haven't taken into consideration because I like pack it up and don't touch it again, or I just like don't pay attention to those things? You just have to be aware of your mental health and why you are the way you are. There are some people that's just the way I am. That's not the way you are. Maybe you are this way because as a child somebody wasn't kind to you, or as a child you weren't kind to yourself. So it's really good to like go in sometimes and do some shadow work, or talk to a therapist, do some journaling, whatever type of therapy helps you, whatever you have access to, you should try and do, because those things are definitely going to be indicators of why you are the way you are, why you work the way you do. You need to realize those things, because then you can better navigate them. So I always just try to remind myself that everything is a work in progress. But I hope this video was helpful. If you are going through similar things, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear different methods you guys are using to cope with these things. If you guys have me on Instagram, you guys know that I'm always posting about mental health and what I do to help myself, journaling tips, things like that. So if you don't have me on Instagram, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. And if you like this video, hi, my name is Maui. Make sure you guys subscribe down below. If you're already subscribed, hey girl, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. And also let me know if you guys like these types of videos. I'm trying to talk to you guys more and trying to be more transparent with you guys and talk about the things we go through, regular adulting, girl stuff. But just let me know if you like it, and I'll try and make more videos like this. But I will see you guys next time.